the 12 parameters to assess if you're healthy or not. The first is having regular bowel movements every day. So a lot of our health is governed by how our bowel movements are. So to have at least one bowel movement without taking any laxatives, without any external support, naturally, preferably in the morning, is a sign of health. So as we discuss these signs, you can keep marking a tick or a cross depending on whether you're experiencing it or not.
The second sign is a question that you asked us about. It's about whether or not we are at our optimal weight as of now. And optimal weight is something very personal, as in each one may have a different definition. So we like to keep it a bit open. As per you, whatever you feel your optimal weight should be, are you at your optimal weight or not? And if you are not, it's a sign that there is certain things that our body should have eliminated but it withheld, and it's a sign that things can be improved in the body. So that's the second sign.
The third sign is to do with your skin. So our skin is a reflection of how the body is doing from the inside. It's a mirror to how our body is doing from the inside. So to have clear skin without having any acne, any skin problems, any dermatitis or any kind of skin issues is a sign of good health. So again, if you're experiencing clear skin, you can mark yes, and if not, you can mark a cross. And this doesn't have anything to do with the color of our skin. It's simply to do with the how clear our skin is.
The fourth way to assess our own health is to check whether or not at least once a day we feel a keen sense of hunger. And why is this such an important step to identify good health? Because only when our previous meal has fully digested will we genuinely feel that hunger to have a meal. And by this hunger, we are not referring to the man ki bhook, which basically means that wanting to eat something spicy or something tasty. This is more like the genuine hunger, there's a little gurgur happening in your stomach. So that should at least happen once a day. That's a signal that our digestive system is working really well. So if you're getting hungry at least once a day properly, you could mark a tick for this score.
The next parameter is to do with our sleep. Having uninterrupted deep sleep at night is another sign of good health. So if we close our eyes at night and if we directly open our eyes in the morning and don't keep waking up in the middle of the night once or twice or thrice, is a sign of good health. But if we are constantly waking up in the middle of the night, or if you are finding it very difficult to fall asleep after getting into bed, these are signs that the body is not as healthy as it can be.
Another step is of assessing health is to ensure that the energy levels that we have are sustained through the day, and it's not relying on consistent cups of coffee or tea or naps, and that the energy, the vigor lasts us through the day, and it's only in the evening, late evening, that we feel tired. So if the person is feeling tired through the day, this is a cross.
The seventh sign of good health is to have no pain in the body. Specifically, it is that no part of your body should call out for your attention, whether it's your back, your knees, your joints, your shoulders, any part of the body. No part of the body should, scream out in pain or for attention. You should not even realize that these parts exist. It should be so seamless, so smooth, so free to carry this body. And if we are always complaining, aaj yahan dard hai, aaj yahan dard hai, aaj yahan dard hai, it's a sign that we're not in our absolute good health.
The eighth sign is to have a sense of joy, to have just a genuine sense of happiness through the day. And this is closely related to our relationships, it's related to the work that we do and where we spend our time. So it's hard to, it's not a very black and white sign, it's a little more intuitive. But one way to check it is we ask people to see when was the last time you had a good laugh, or when was the last time you caught yourself smiling in the day and just being joyful without a particular reason. So this is the eighth sign, little checking the joy state, if I may say, of a person.
The ninth is to do with how we feel in the morning the moment we open our eyes. Do we feel excited for our day, or do we feel like, not again, not another day, and we have to drag ourselves out of bed? If we feel excited for our day, if we really feel enthusiastic for what's to come, it's actually a sign of good health. And if we feel that I don't want to get out of bed, I want to sleep a little more, it's a sign of ill health.
Which one are we at?
We're at
9.
Yeah,
So I have to go with 10.
With 10.
I may mess up the order.
No
but
problem.
The 10th one is that when things in our lives don't necessarily go our way, that I wanted it to be a sunny day and it's a rainy day, or I wanted to have my favorite meal for dinner but the menu has something totally different. When things outside our control are not going as per us, how quickly are we able to let go of that feeling? How quickly are we able to be okay with things not being our way? If we crib about it and 3-4 hours later and maybe 2 days later that's still going on in our mind, that's too long. That means that we are not able to let go of tough situations. So that's a sign of not optimal health. But if we find ourselves in that moment maybe not very happy with it, but 2 minutes, 5 minutes later we've let go, so what, let's enjoy what we get. That would be a sign of good health, or easy to let go of situations not in our control.
The 11th one is to do with how we feel. Do we have a calm mindset, or do we get angry very easily? So for this you can remember, when was the last time you got really angry at someone, or when something didn't happen your way, were you calm about it, or did you just give them a mouthful? So if we find ourselves that we're able to remain calm even in difficult situations, again it's a sign of health. And if we find ourselves that we're getting angry very easily, that we're very short tempered, or we just lose control of ourselves very fast, we react rather than respond, it's a sign that mentally our health is not as stable. So that's the 11th sign of good health.
12th and final sign is the most subtle, and it's something truly only the person knows. In fact, it won't reflect in the actions at all. It's about how much love do we feel for those around us, our near and dear ones. Do we truly love them, or is it something that we should feel but we don't necessarily feel? One way to assess this is, when something amazing happens to that person, do we feel happy for them, or do we feel perhaps a little jealous? Why did it happen to them? Or I wish it didn't happen to them. Or if something bad happens to them, do we feel that same sense of pain? Are we able to put ourselves, almost a sense of oneness with others? So if we do feel that way, that means we are really truly loving them for who they are, and that would be a sign of being in really good emotional health.